They learned patterns. Ships evolved.
Journeys grew bolder.
Not every landing brought fear.
Trade followed. So did ideas. Years passed. Children grew into sailors.
Memory replaced fear. The horizon kept expanding. Rivers opened continents. Distance lost meaning.
Stories grew darker.
Reality stayed human.
Trade balanced terror.
History chose its villains. But truth moved quietly.
The age of lone raids was ending. Something larger was forming. Not chaos. But power. Europe felt it coming.
The storm was no longer sudden.
After the waves came quiet.
But quiet never meant peace.
Only waiting.
The old world was changing. Berlin hardened.
The next generation prepared.
New lands waited, unseen.
Odin still watched. Fate pulled its threads.
Nothing could stop what was coming.
Stories outlived witnesses.
Truth became legend.
Legend demanded more. And the North responded.
This was no longer survival alone. It was ambition. The world beyond waited.
And it sensed the shift. This time it would not be brief.
The storm was learning to last.
Bands became armies!
England would feel it first. Unaware.
This was no visit! It was arrival. Propelled to stay.
Power had found form.
Europe would face a new kind of enemy.
And history would never look away again. In the year 793, the silence broke.
Europe was unprepared. There were no walls, no armies. Only faith. The sea carried strangers.
Warning came too late.
The attack was swift.
And unexpected.
For monks, it was terror. For Vikings, it was survival. And opportunity.
Word spread faster than ships.
Fear found language. The world marked the spot.
Bells rang in warning.
Prayers filled the air.
From the fury of the Northmen.
The sea became an enemy.
Every sail was suspect. Fear learned to wait. And to remember. In the north, the story sounded different.
This meant winter survival.
Oh! Not terror. Not madness.
But strategy. others learned quickly. Patterns began to form. This was no accident. The storm was organizing.
And Europe was about to feel it again.
The North was changing.
More mouths, same land.
Land could not be divided forever. Not everyone would inherit. One bad winter could end a family.
Survival demanded choices. The winter demands are too high. Our people suffer.
We cannot break the truce now.
Power was unstable. Local conflicts displaced families.
Some chose exile.
Others chose the sea.
Across the water, another reality existed. Wealth concentrated, unguarded. Protected by faith, not walls. The contrast was impossible to ignore. Opportunity revealed itself.
They chose speed.
Not occupation. Not conquest.
Destruction slowed escape.
Speed ensured survival.
Raids fed families.
And secured winters.
Success created momentum. Raiding became routine. Roots became knowledge.
Knowledge became advantage. Europe began to understand.
Preparation replaced surprise.
Fear became policy. But the storm kept growing.
The sound of warning spread first.
Eyes turned to the horizon.
Even a sail meant danger.
Panic became procedure. Flight replaced defense. Stories traveled faster than ships. Patterns began to appear.
Faith struggled to explain fear.
Words tried to summon protection. From the fury of the Northmen, deliver us.
The situation required careful thought.
The moment reflected hesitation and uncertainty. Protection came too late.
Change unfolded over time. Wealth moved inland.
Fear shaped memory.
The name became the weapon.
Sometimes no landing was needed.
Victory without contact! Reputation saved time. Raids were evolving. They planned to remain. Short visits became seasons.
The storm was settling.
The Vikings were no longer passing through.
Not every journey carried war.
Trade offered survival without blood.
Silver became the true prize.
Trust crossed languages.
Rivers replaced roads.
Cultures met without swords.
Cultures met without swords.